Welcome back. You're now tuned into the other side of sports. I'm your host, Laws. We in the building. We got Aaron and D rocking out. You already know we about to get into it. We got a lot of stuff on tap today, of course. Got the show lineup. Got a question of the day. Going to talk some Aaron Rodgers, a little bit of NFL draft recap. Going to look at the Washington football team. RG3, Kirk Cousins beefing again off the field. A little bit of LaMelo Ball, Mac Jones, Cam, Chad Johnson trying to fight. We're going to get into all of it today. But for starters, we got our question of the day. Question of the day comes in. It says, Dear OSS, my good friend of over 10 years recently broke up with her longtime boyfriend 2 weeks ago. Over the course of their relationship, her and I have continued to be good friends. Recently, in light of her breakup, we have been talking and spending more time together. I'm good friends with her ex, and we've been cool throughout the course of their relationship. I can't help but think that there's something there between us. Should should I even pursue this situation? I'm not sure how her ex gonna feel about me talking to her. It kind of seems like I was waiting in the wings for the chance to holler and that we really wasn't cool. But honestly, this feeling came out of nowhere. What should I do? Oh, buddy's standing right under the rim trying to catch that rebound, yeah.
That's just what we was talking about 2 weeks ago with the Steve Harvey joint, dog. Can't
Right
be
under the
done.
rim.
Can't be done.
Right under the rim. So what should he do? Should he mess with the Joe or what?
No, no. Your feelings right now are deceiving you. Don't fall. Don't fall for it. Trust me on this. Your feelings are deceiving you. Don't do it. Fall back. It's not gonna be even worth the headache. Just fall back. You know what I'm saying?
But he got feelings for the youngin', dog. They
He pro-
cool. They've been cool for 10 years. He been just
he about to lose a friend of 10 years. That's what's gonna
Right.
happen, dog.
Right.
He sound like one of them dudes that got feelings for everybody too. He just sitting there waiting, watching somebody else's relationship, waiting for the day that he got a chance. If it was there, you would have known right away.
Right.
but sometimes it don't take time for you to figure out like
Not 10
No.
years.
And
If
she
she wanted
vulnerable.
you-
And she vulnerable right now. She vulnerable. She chose somebody else, didn't choose you. Now she's open on the open market. Now you want to be like, hey, yeah, we're having a good time. We're probably going walks and parks and stuff. Man, look, fall back. Don't do it. It's not gonna be worth the headache at the end of the day because you're gonna lose her. Then you got your mans you got to deal with. It's not gonna be even worth all the strife you about to bring to your head, man. I'm trying to tell you, don't do it.
dog. Now,
No,
yeah, dog. I mean, what about love though, dog? You can't he
Dog.
can't control his feelings.
But what about her feelings? If she wanted to give it to him, he'd have got it before 10 years.
right.
But you know how people be doing life. Somebody be doing life over here, doing life over there.
On TV?
Circumstances bring you back, and then now y'all in each
You
other's
sound like
proximity.
Lifetime, dog. You sound like Lifetime. Stop it. You know that's not real. If a
Dog,
youngin-
I'm just
I'm gonna ask you this, Harold. How many times have you seen someone that broke up with somebody that they were good friends with, and then they rebound with that person that's a good friend with, and that thing be successful?
well, that's the thing. So we're not talking about success rate. We're
for the summer,
Right.
if it's just for the summer, then might as well go ahead and shoot your shot. But the
yeah, I
friendship
mean,
over. The friendship over.
friendship over, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, yeah, you gotta know that going in. If you go ahead and shoot your shot, you know what I'm saying? You standing right under the basket, you know, you can't miss the layup. But just know that it's probably not going to be fruitful and last, young. I mean, despite the friendship of a long period of time, you know, this just seems like a fly by night situation. And usually them Jones don't end well, though.
Right.
They just don't end well. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. D saying you shouldn't do it. Aaron, what you saying? Should he do it?
I'm saying the world about to open back up. Go ahead, get the vaccine. He been quarantined and can't move around like that. You be back in the streets in a month and a half, dog. Just don't be thirsty. Wait it out and just keep the friendship going.
But see,
See,
Aaron, this is beyond friendship. This is beyond the quarantine. This is 10 years for him
he
in his
just
mind in the
store
making.
it up,
Yeah,
just like I've
yeah.
been trying to get this new
Tension.
Yaya
It's
for.
10
But
years of
youngins'
tension.
brains don't work like that. If they into you, or even if they wasn't into you when they first saw you, but get to know you,
Oh, for sure.
it would off the rip. She gonna let it be known. This is not a
Right.
situation where you got to wait 10 years. Dog, you know how much stuff happened over the course of 10 years?
Well,
A decade. That's
well,
a
maybe
decade.
he was just being respectful of the other situations he
But he
was
would
in.
have
I mean, he
known.
can't whip the
She-
Lebo out on in the. He just
But she-
he just playing his part and hanging back.
But she would have pressed the issue if it was a good decision. You can't be the thirst ball one, dog. It just not in that situation because you done seen too much going on, and then if it doesn't work, or if she no longer no longer rebound, and she gonna be like, this dude been pretending to be my friend this whole time. He was really plotting on the get down. So no, it's not worth it. Unless you're gonna propose off the rip, like that much that this is the youngin' that's supposed
That's
to be.
gonna make it. That make it worse. That'll make it worse. If you put the hardware out, it's gonna make it way
Dog,
worse.
you can't
bro.
pull hardware, dog. This is summer fling, dog. Summertime bling.
Then leave it alone, dog. It's not worth it. 10 years.
Yeah, you right. You right.
Just get vaccinated, dog. That's the advice.
Yeah, you might have to fall back. And some sports news, on to some sports. Aaron Rodgers, we had to draft this past last Thursday. We covered it. We definitely go out and check the show program out for that one. Aaron Rodgers done told the Green Bay Packers he not playing for them Bama's no more. He done said it's not happening. What are the chances that Aaron Rodgers is not in a Packers uniform this year? Will he play for the Packers this season?
Is he gonna have any scandals coming?
That's the key. Otherwise, it's 100% chance he gonna be outside of a Packers jersey this year, whether that be a suit on Jeopardy or on another team with a uniform.
So why is the Bama Aaron Rodgers so upset, though, with the situation, yeah?
Because he's basically watched Tom Brady go get his 7th ring in Tampa Bay on a loaded roster, and he's watched him be with coach like Bill Belichick, who's been able to finesse the league for 20 years, and just watching other teams prosper or other people who are supposed to be elite quarterbacks prosper, while you watch what happens in Green Bay, who doesn't have an owner and is basically like a team president that basically runs the team with free will, so there's no accountability for real. Mm-hmm. And it's like they haven't really put the talent around him to be able to do what somebody of his caliber should be able to do. He should have played in more than one Super Bowl. It's no way when you look back at who's probably the most talented quarterback in the league over the last 15 or whatever years to only have one Super Bowl. And then you watch him be able to put up 40 points and still lose playoff games. Or watch what happened last year before the half and just watch the defense every time he has a chance or they're really good. You watch the other side of the ball just blow up on the big stage. So he's probably a little jealous of what's going on with Tom Brady and just he's realizing that he's 38. The narrative is kind of winding up on him. And he's not going to be remembered the way he probably would have been if he was in New England or if he was in one of these other situations with one of these genius coaches or organizations.
How many rings would he need to have in order to be
more than one?
One more.
Yeah,
More than one.
Because
Peyton
Brett
got
Favre
two.
and Brett Favre had one. So he would have to me.
He went to 2 Super Bowls. Didn't he go with Minnesota? Didn't he go?
No, they didn't. They lost in the NFC Championship.
Yeah. So Aaron is right. He needs at least one more ring, man. And people forget about Brett Favre and that legacy. As great as people made Brett Favre out to be, he only had one ring as a Packer. And the same thing with Aaron Rodgers is like happening all over again. You kind of see the reflection happening with top quarterbacks in the league in this system, I should say, in this organization, only getting one ring. And maybe he's just tired of it. And there's probably some other stuff behind the scenes they're not going to talk about because it's Green Bay, and they don't really talk about their kind of team issues out in the public. And so that's the other part of it as well. So I just want to see how this plays out because this will determine how these other franchise quarterbacks start to act or franchise players start to act when they're not happy with their situation.
Yeah, he flexing his muscle for sure.
Big time.
I'm trying to see because go ahead, Aaron.
I was just about to say, we got to give credit where credit due. This is Deshaun Watson blueprint. I don't think this happens if he doesn't see homeboy stand his ground and be damn near out the door before they start hitting him with the darts on his way out.
Oh,
This is definitely the Deshaun blueprint.
For real.
oh, and it's looked like, you know, it's a what do you say? Immovable object meets indestructible force. Like, I think Aaron Rodgers got the cachet to really stand up to these dudes. He got the white skin. He got, you know, talent out the wazoo. I know after the pick last year, when they you know, the quarterback situation with Jordan Love, you know, he was disgruntled from there. And now, I mean, he flexing his muscle. It's just gonna be interesting to see how it plays out because I just don't see them like, you know, the NFL never go down easy, bro.
No.
They never go down easy, dog.
And what team could have him and he win a chip or have a
San
chance to win
Francisco. Washington.
San Fran, I can see without question. You think
Put him with Washington's defense?
Dog, that's a chip.
The
Put it in
tools,
my pocket.
the tools Washington got on always comparable to his. He's just so elite. They don't have, of course, they don't have a Devontae
Smith.
What's the joke?
Adams.
They
Devontae
don't have an
Adams.
Adams.
Yeah.
But outside of that, the talent's comparable to me. And the defense is elite here.
Oh, without question.
Elite. Go ahead and log it in. We elite, dog.
And then with the state of the division, I mean, I think it's a lot of teams he would instantly make Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. What kind of compensation would they get for him if he does get moved?
Everything.
Right.
You got to
What
give
you
up 3
giving up?
ones, a player,
3
another
ones.
player.
Yeah, he only get how many more seasons you gonna get out of Aaron Rodgers before it be done deal?
When is
3?
Washington going to win a Super Bowl ever?
You right. But but I'm real talk. How many seasons you
3?
think he got left?
Max.
3?
That's max.
So you're gonna basically give away the next 3 years of your future for 3 years of contention.
Let me ask you this. If we could rewind to the last time your team won a Super Bowl, 1991.
91.
How many of them ones you giving up for one chip over a 30-year span?
Yeah.
5.
You give up 15 of them
Right.
joints
Right.
to get one chip.
Whatever you like. That's a
Exactly. So you got to look at it like we have a chance to win right now. And with the defense that they have, they're 1 or 2 pieces away, an elite quarterback and a piece away from being able to contend. And that's the same for 49ers. It's a number of teams that you wouldn't think Super Bowl, but if you throw Aaron Rodgers on a team, he'll clean up a lot of the messes that's on that roster. The same way people say Tom Brady did, the same way Peyton did.
What about Minnesota too?
Super Bowl. Instantly got a chance to win a Super Bowl. Chicago instantly got a chance to win a Super Bowl. It's a number of teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. We in agreement there. On to the NFL draft. We had a draft, like I said, last Thursday. It was a star-studded event. All the draft picks was dressed up, sleek, and they new fits. It was some surprises in the draft. We had Trey Lance go to the 49ers. Did any of y'all see that happening?
When the trade happened on the air, what did I say? What did I say on air?
What'd you say? Super
I
Bowl,
said,
they gonna be in the Super Bowl?
they must love Trey Lance when they made the trade. Before all that fake news came out about Mac Jones that had Bama's perplexed.
Right. And at the end of the day, that made more sense to me for San Francisco choosing him. You know what I'm trying to say? That just made complete sense. And now I don't know how Garoppolo feels about that because there's always been a lot of rumors about him.
Garoppolo done.
And that's it. So now, and he's not that old. He's still kind of young in a sense in terms of a quarterback. And so now you got a young guy coming in, you know, how that whole dynamic's going to work. But I think a lot of teams, man, I thought Miami had a good draft. They got Waddle. They got Jalen Phillips. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to like look into the guys, you know, deeper in the draft because we just kind of scouted for the first and maybe second round. But I felt like what they did early on in the draft, I think Miami, man, I think that AFC East is going to be tough next year.
tough. The Giants had a pretty good draft,
Hey,
D.
hey. We
Hey,
get
them
up.
Bama's did do their thing.
Hey, I ain't gonna size. I don't like the size, but
And cleaned up on getting future picks.
that's the part, Aaron, right there, man. I mean, we got talent, and I think I'm more.
Dog, you done flip the script on Gettleman now, dog. That's your man.
See, this is the thing, though. That's the thing about Gettleman. You know,
That
when
Bama
someone's feet's on the
got
fire, that's when
right
they want
back
to.
in his
They did their
good
best work.
graces.
Right. When your feet's to the fire, you do your best work. Where was this Gettleman? They said he has never traded in the draft in his entire career as a general manager.
And then he did 3 in 1 draft.
And then he did 3 in 1 draft.
This Bama foot to the. He was like,
That's when they do their best work.
there he is, Tony.
Yeah, everybody wanted that Bama.
Woo.
Yeah.
They said he the quickest person in the whole draft.
Odell
Yeah.
2.0 out that joke.
They were,
dog.
even the Jaguars, what's his name, came out and was like, he was sick that Tony went to us because he wanted to draft Tony. And then, of course, I was shocked that Ojulari from Georgia dropped the way he did. They said there's some like knee problem, but they were saying that they didn't see that knee problem or that knee
Is
issue.
his knee not on his leg? Because if it's on his leg, the Bama fine to me.
Bruh, they were saying it's some like degenerative type knee issue, but who knows? But the thing is, we got a first round, 2 first rounds next year. We got 2 third rounds next year,
That
and
was
we got
kicked.
2 fourth rounds next year.
That was kicked up, dog.
We got 10 picks already logged in. So if Gettleman, I don't know now he's gonna be fired. I think all the fan base wanted him gone. Like, get him out of there. You get Joe Judge. Everybody seems to be sold on Joe Judge. And it's like, but you're still stuck with Gettleman. And now I think what he did in this draft with the cachet he got and the players he chose.
Extension.
That's it. One
Scott
word.
Brooks style, dog.
Bama
One
got
word, extension.
Danny Dimes is going to determine that, though. If he ends up looking
he
like
gonna
half
get
a
it either
football
way.
player this year, then he's going to look right on that pick too. And
Yeah.
let's say y'all get 8 wins, 9 wins, he going to be all right. If y'all get out there and get 3, 4 wins.
Yeah, he gone. He gone.
But yeah, dog. He definitely changed. I like the Bama now. 2 months ago, I'm like, this Bama the worst GM ever.
Right.
Dog, now
He
this
probably
Bama-
delegated. Low key, when they really start having success, they start listening to the jokers in the building that been telling them the whole time.
The whole
actual
time.
scouts. Like, you know what, man? I'm gonna rely on y'all more. I'm gonna trust y'all more. But
He
what he
tried
really
to
saying is,
defer that
Feet on the fire.
responsibility, dog.
Right.
Yeah. So you had Zach Wilson go to the Jets.
They had a good draft.
Jets did good, dog. They got him weapons. They did good for the Jets.
They had
we say this every time.
Elijah Moore. But
I don't know if we said it like this. I haven't felt this way for the Jets. They got Elijah Vera Tucker.
Yeah. They got Elijah Moore from Ole Miss.
Yeah. They had a solid draft.
That's what I thought the Skins was going to take at 19. If they didn't take the linebacker with 3 names, I thought Elijah Moore was going to be on the table. But I guess they have enough kind of small stature receivers.
That they're fun. So, Aaron, this is the thing about the Jets. The Jets draft extremely well. That's never been their problem. It's the coaching of those great picks that they have. They end up leaving, or they don't look as good as we thought they were, and then they go somewhere else and cook.
And also because them quarterbacks they draft high don't end up being the guys that they think they're going to be when they take them.
That's the stain. See, that's the stain.
Or 3 like Sam Darnold, or 2 like Wilson.
Right.
Because if he ends up being Kirk Cousins, let's say an 8-8 kind of quarterback, 2-3 years from now, is that enough to justify the pick and the players that they have alongside of them? You're going to need more help than that.
No.
So,
and I think that's what the stain is. The stain is the bad quarterbacks that they chosen in the draft. That's the stain. Because when you have a pristine white shirt, but you get a dollop of ketchup on it, it's over. The shirt is done. You don't even care about it's over.
Trash.
It's trash.
Yeah. I need a Lux tees, dog. Lux tees with the fresh Jones shining, glistening in the sun.
Nothing like it.
And so now with the Jets, they draft good. They draft good. But when it comes to quarterback, it's like that's the stain of ketchup right there. The quarterback drafting. That's their stain. So,
no, Mac Jones to the Patriots at 15.
Yeah.
You saw him walking like a branch manager looking to go deny a loan. Is he gonna be able to make it?
this might save his, because we say he's not a first. Well, I said he's not a first round pick. I think he was, for some reason, boosted way up the draft board for whatever reason. And to me, he had bust written all over him more than any of the other quarterbacks in the first round. Being with Bill Belichick and the Patriots, I think, is the only chance he has at being able to have some success in the NFL, because Bill Belichick is not pressured by the media, by the owner, by fans. He runs his ship the way he wants to. He's not going to put him on the field a minute before he has to put him on the field. He has the cachet to where he can lose and not feel like his job is on the line. So because of those factors, I still think he was drafted too high, but if he's going to have a chance, it's here.
It's here. So what about brings us to our next question? Will Mac Jones start over Cam Newton this year?
No.
What Bill tell you?
What Bill
The professional NFL head coach. He said Cam's our quarterback. If what's the other white boy name? Stidham? If Jared Stidham or Mac Jones challenge him coming towards training camp or towards the season, we'll make a different decision there. But right now, Cam's our quarterback. Now you don't get asked that question anymore.
Right. But and he gives himself kind of some leeway. If he made a change, he already kind of set it up for that. Yeah.
Nah.
Just look at the respect level. He benched Cam twice last year, and Cam went back. I'm not saying he had 100 jobs, but you know how people kind of approach this kind of thing. That means the coach is straight up with you. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can trust them. Yeah. It's a different ballgame.
Listen, that says a lot. That says a lot, dog. Because he went back after getting benched. He went back after like the struggles he had on the team, all of that. But he still went back. So, I mean, you're right. He didn't have a whole bunch of suitors, but that says a lot about him being willing to even go back.
Right. And you know us, like when this kind of moves happen with other teams and situations, we call it out. I don't think any of us said anything about him getting benched in New England. So, I mean, those signs right there should just tell you off the jump.
And on the when we had the draft show last week, Harold, you kind of read out all his attributes. And when you read out all the attributes of Mac Jones, I was like, that's a New England quarterback to a T. Like, that's the perfect relationship. You know what I'm trying to say? He couldn't go to another team better that fit him relationship wise. His attributes fits the program of New England. And then so for him, like Aaron was saying earlier, for him going there, he's not gonna act. He doesn't act too much of the quarterback in terms of just make the quick play, get the ball out fast. We're gonna set it all up for you. You just got to make the throw, and that's it. And I think he can do that.
So is there any advantage that you have with Mac Jones over Cam Newton? Because Dan Orlovsky was talking like Cam Newton's a bum, and that on third downs, he can't make the throws to get them the first downs on 3rd and 5s and 3rd and,
I don't know what happened over the last few months. I'm starting to think he stormed the Capitol or something. This Bama that pulled the heel and switched up for Jokers.
Yeah, he wasn't like that before.
The only advantage I'll say he has is he doesn't have the taint of the NFL already on him. You can develop him or kind of mold him the way you want to mold him. And so I think there's that advantage. He's younger, of course, and if he's going to be your quarterback, you can get him some experience going forward. But outside of that, what Dan Orlovsky said makes zero sense.
And I'm going to tell you something. The thing about Cam that I will say that is something I hate, he's done it his whole career, and it's to me gotten worse as he's gotten older, is the way he still throws the ball with just his arm. And that thing irritates me, man. It's like, come on, Cam. I know you can do better mechanics.
Yeah, that back foot just sling.
Yeah, it's just like
sling blade type throw.
That's the curse of the arm strength. When Obama got a super rocket, he like, I don't have to put my feet into it.
Right. Yeah.
Then when the arm disappears and you need your lower half, it's not in your muscle memory.
Right. You forget, man. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, the New England got Christian more from Alabama, that D tackle. That was a heck of a move, because even though he plays D tackle probably like in a 4-3, but in the 3-4 he'll play like a DN. But the Bama got pass rush moves. To me, he's more of a DN anyways in a 3-4, and he got major pass rush moves, man. That was a good pickup for New England. But New England historically doesn't draft
Not well at all.
Well, they haven't been drafting at the top like this high in most
That's true.
drafts.
That's
They be
true.
at the back of the, and then they'll usually trade that pick and go back further. So, the further back you are, the harder it is to get it right. You know what I'm saying?
Then why keep doing it? Why overvalue trading back?
Well, they
Like
winning, dog. They be
no,
winning.
no, not New England. I mean, as a fan bases of the league just regurgitate things they hear media people say, and especially in this town, we hear trade back, trade back. If they can't hit when they got a top 5 pick, what the fuck make you think they're gonna be able to hit
Right.
when they got a pick at 25 or 30 or you know what I mean, or in the second, third, fourth, fifth round? It's just comical to me how people
No
just
halves.
repeat things they hear other people say.
Yeah, facts. Nah, I agree. Overall, it was a good draft. A lot of little surprises, trades, and stuff like that. I think Trey Lance ended up in a beautiful situation. Justin Fields in Chicago is cold, bro. Get your coat. But I think with Matt Nagy, it's gonna come to. We always say it: square peg, round hole. Is he going to look at Justin and say, you know what, he has these attributes. Let's do what works for him. I know he's kind of in a hot seat, so this has to work. But if he goes in as like, I'm gonna have force him to do what I want to do with my offense, and he's just gonna have to do it,
You clipping
then
the law.
it may not go the way that he wants it to go.
Yeah, you clipping right now.
I'm bad.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do this. Hold on 1 second. So, all right, people, we got the technical difficulties. On the 1 second. Let me.
Yeah, so to answer that question, I think all of us were a little bit worried when you talk about how he was sliding down the draft board and these secret rumors that were coming up about him and basically causing him to slide down the draft board. But him ending up with Chicago, I think gives me the confidence to go back to what we were saying during the year when we were saying he's the second best quarterback on the board and he's elite. And so I think I'm just going to say it now, I think he has a good chance to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think he's going to play pretty early. I trust Matt Nagy to be able to use a quarterback that has multiple skill sets. If he could do what he was able to or wanted, you could see what he wanted to do with Trubisky that he just couldn't do because Trubisky was a bum. If he just runs the exact same offense he's been running with Justin Fields in it, I think you're talking about NFC Conference Championship
In the North.
is the potential for that team.
First year?
Yeah. Of course, he's a rookie. I really believe we're going to see something really close to 2012. It's going to be really close to 2012 with Nagy and Fields. I said earlier in the draft process, and we're evaluating him out of all of the mobile quarterbacks, quote unquote, that have come out. He's by far the most accurate, the best thrower of the football, period. It's not even close. It's not even close.
Strong.
So I think this is going to be like 2012, like all over again.
Oh, speaking of 2012 and RG3, this week RG3 had some comments about Kelly Mond going to Minnesota, being picked with their 3rd round pick, and Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, number 8 in Minnesota is probably not real happy right now. Because Kellen Mond represents exactly what he doesn't do well, right? Kellen Mond's the big physical quarterback. He can run it, throw it all over the field. And I don't think that that's something that number 8 is able to do in Cousins in Minnesota. Cousins has been collecting checks there in Minnesota for a long time, taking them to 8-8, 9-7 seasons. If he has a bad start to the year like he did last year, I could see the fans and maybe the organization leaning towards Mond if he comes in and impresses.
First of all,
RG3 being petty?
Absolutely. Why does he have rhinestones on his shirt? That's the first question. Like, this Bama still ain't figured it out. He still ain't figured it out, dog.
Yo, was his RG3 being petty? Or was he just telling the truth about Kirk Cousins, dog?
You know how you about to say something wild and you can't keep a straight face? Like, you could see the smirk. Like, he was about to bust out laughing because he knew that he was trolling. Like, he knew he was going to be super extra on the joint. He been waiting 9 years to be able to make these comments.
Right.
Talking about he been collecting checks for a long time.
Right. That's the part that had me laughing.
Because it's the same stuff we say, but,
Yo.
it's different when somebody who is right there says it.
No, RG3, do you got a future in TV?
Not with those clothes. He got to go get a suit or something. I had a black shirt with rhinestones on it, like a cowboy.
That man with an Old Town Road shirt. Oh,
He need a
dog,
stylist, dog.
it was petty, dog. It definitely was petty. RG3 knew exactly what he was doing.
He wasn't lying, but it was definitely petty.
He wasn't lying.
Right.
We know
Two
Kirk
things
Cousins
can be
is
true.
Good for a letdown. He good for 8-8 for sure. And I think I do agree to some degree that Kelly Mond coming in, is to some degree is to put some pressure on Kirk Cousins because I feel like they messed up when they brought him in and they gave him the keys to the car and just be like, yeah, man, everything to him. So now they're recognizing that he had exactly, or at least scraped the joint up. Well, you recognize where he has limitations. What they thought he would be, he's not. And so they're trying to see if they can put him in a situation where he has to play at a higher level. And it's going to be interesting to see. I don't think Kelly Mond's going to be starting over Kirk Cousins. If he does start, it's basically the coach is just fed up with Kirk Cousins. But I just don't see that happening.
Not week one.
Nah.
And I think it's ironic. Oh, go ahead, D.
No, I was just gonna say now. I don't know if you're about to go here or not, Aaron, but it's almost like the script has been flipped on Cousins. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the veteran that's been there, you have a young guy come in that can potentially take your job. Kind of the shoes on the other foot now for Kirk Cousins, and is he gonna now feel that pressure of having somebody kind of waiting in the wings now?
He don't do good with pressure.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Look at any type of prime time.
It's gonna be super dink dunk. Super dink dunk.
Right. No interceptions.
Super safe.
Conservative.
But that's the thing. But I think anybody who's watched Kirk Cousins knows that them situations he don't do well. So why would you create a situation like that for him? You're better off just shipping him out of there, trading.
They just re-upped him, I thought, and guaranteed his money. He been getting guaranteed bread for a minute.
For that, which is smart by him. Yeah,
collecting them checks, them guaranteed checks, like he in the NBA. So I think it may be a little harder. I have to look at the contract, but I'm pretty sure he got his money guaranteed. They not about to take no $50 million hit against the cap.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, he's been doing these little 3-year contracts that
smart
are
man, business wise.
Very smart. That's the thing. Yeah, they're not taking this hit.
Gotta be $50 million.
They're not taking this hit because his cap hit this year is $31 million.
Sheesh.
And then his dead money will be $76 million.
Good. So, yeah, they stuck.
Nah,
they stuck.
Kelly Mond was the best they could do.
Yeah, the ironic part about it is you were the one that been saying Kelly Mond from the jump, dog. You the only Babbitt that been talking about Kelly Mond, and he ended up right behind Kirk Cousins. Pause.
Right behind him, dog. Right behind him.
And bro, next year, as he's 34 years old, his dead money is $45 million. So Kirk's not going anywhere until 2023 season, where he's an unrestricted free agent. So he's good.
You got to fire Zimmerman over this, y'all.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. And I like Zimmerman, but this was a bonehead move.
Zimmerman got to get fired.
This was his idea,
right? It's Harold. It's not like not only did he sign him, he's given him fully guaranteed contracts. So you're stuck with him, regardless of his performance. Because if you try to get rid of him, he's still going to eat good, and he knows it.
Can't get rid of him.
Dog, Garoppolo went to the Super Bowl. There's no excuse with that roster and them coming off of a 11-5 season that you end up 8-8 the next year. It's no way, no how. And Zimmerman went out of his way to replace what was my man name? Case Keenum. After doing it, I'm not saying you have to stick with Case, but you can't go from Case to Kirk like you hit the lottery.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Kirk Cousins, dog, but this year maybe they try to transition away from him, but I don't foresee Kelly Mond like really usurping Kirk Cousins. Because
No.
Kirk Cousins is good at just doing just enough where you think that Bama is good. That's why I got Bama's argue me down all the time, because he just do just enough.
Mm-hmm.
But the added pressure, when the pressure's not on him, he does that. When the pressure's on him, he chokes and folds. And I think if Kelly Mond has a really good training camp and a really good preseason, to where when Kirk doesn't have success or when he dink, instead of going for 3rd and 7, he throw the ball 3 yards to get the completion and the tackle. And the fans start being like, boo or Mons, like putting pressure on the coaches to see the rookie. You know how that ends, dog.
You know
He
how
start
it
blowing on his hands when it's 80 degrees outside, blinking all fast. You know the collapse is coming.
is. You know it's coming, dog. Oh, Washington football team, they went into this draft. Look like they just said we just going to get dominant on one side of the ball.
There
We
it
just
is.
going to stick with it. I watched, looking at the draft, I was like, it didn't really excite me, dog. Like they didn't do no splashing. They just got in the water and swim to the other side. But they ain't do no cannonball. They ain't do nothing. They just jump off the diving board, nothing. The Jamin Davis, it's a good solid pick, dog.
I like
I
him
went
a
back
lot.
and looked at the tape,
Thank
and
you.
the dude is productive. He, I
Wheels.
thought he was a little slew foot at first, but looking at him, he get to the ball quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I think under Ron Rivera's tutelage and just the defense that we have, I think the Bama will be exceptional and he
Yeah.
will excel.
Yeah.
And he's drastically better than anything they have on the roster at linebacker. I think
Period.
that part is understated. The linebackers were terrible on that team. Coming out of college, day one, Bama's going to be better than what y'all got.
Yeah.
Period. And I told you we were on the during the draft show. I said he's good, man. I looked at his tape. I said, oh, this dude's aggressive. And, he's definitely going to fill a need for you guys. I didn't look at the tape of the Texas tackle, Samuel
Cosme,
Cosme. Yeah,
he's solid.
He's solid. Okay.
Right tackle-ish. Very right tackle-ish, but we'll see.
Yeah, he's solid. I looked at him. He's solid. The team, I mean, the players that they brought in, I like the players that they brought in.
Go ahead.
No, like Benjamin St. Juice from Minnesota, he's solid. Damani Brown from North Carolina, he's solid.
He is good. Trust and believe. Listen to me now. He is good. But go ahead.
So I was really impressed by that. Some of these dudes, I'm like, they hit or miss. But dog, the wild card, that they got in free agency, a Jared Patterson Bama from Buffalo. This Bama a little Barry Sanders, dog. He's small. He's small.
Can't say
with
Barry.
the Bama, dog. I'm telling you, he got Barry-ish moves. The Bama be juking behind the backfield, jump cuts, very, very slithery. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if he starts getting integrated into the ball game sooner than later, dog. Because from all the tape that I looked at, he looked very impressive. The only thing about him that's really a knock to him and why people would, grade him low is that he's small. Bama 5'9", and that's a stretch. Like he really like 5'8", 5'7". But I seen the Bama break tackles. I seen him juke a Bama out the screen. I seen him get loose. Everything you want in a running back. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's always the question when you have these smaller backs, like will they be able to do it at the next level? I'm at least intrigued. At the very least, I'm intrigued because he's shown exceptional ability at the college level. So we gonna see, man. What grade would y'all give him?
I think it's hard to grade this particular draft right after the draft because they didn't get a bunch of elite players that you can translate necessarily to the NFL. This is going to be one of those depth drafts, one of those drafts that give them flexibility at multiple positions and the ability to make changes on the roster and free up some salary to be able to be in a better position going forward. So I think it's really hard there aren't a bunch of just standout NFL players on the roster, like day one NFL players.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just I'm sized, but I'm also like, dog, why couldn't we make a big splash? Like I wanted Micah Parsons. I thought he would have been lovely for us. Uh, you know, the what's the other dude who fell in
Three
the draft
names.
from?
Three
Yeah,
names.
3 names. That's what we call him, my man. 3 names. Uh, but I was like, if we could get him, but apparently he had some
A
issue,
heart. They were
heart
saying a
condition.
heart condition.
Oh yeah.
And that he passed the physical right before, but it had already moved him down. It was like Montez Sweat, remember? Because he was supposed to go top 4, but then they came back with some heart issue allegedly that got cleared up too close to the draft, so he ended up falling. But I'd have
I'd
taken a
have
chance.
loved that. Dog, I would have taken a chance. That Bama was special. You know what I'm saying? That's one of them jumps. You need a draft, at least with hope. You know what I'm saying? Draft is all about hope. They just sell you on hope. So I'd have been like, yeah. But this dude, Davis, he's solid. Like I know he's gonna come to the next level and be a contributor, for the next five or so years. So at the very least, I'm satisfied with that. So
My
we
only
good.
worry is he seems a little light to me for his size. He'll probably have to, unless they put him on a weak side linebacker, like for him to play middle or strong side. With his speed, you don't want to lose that and give him too much weight, but I think he probably still needs another 10, 15 pounds of muscle maybe.
Yeah, put him and Landon Collins both down at the linebacker position, and just that's how we going, dog.
Cut
That's
everybody
how we
else.
That's how we going. LaMelo Ball returns to action on some basketball. Dog, this Bama is nice. He's nice. Is LaMelo Ball the best passer in the NBA? Look at that. Dog, he's doing passes and stuff that I haven't seen from anybody in the NBA, dog. Is he the best passer in the league?
He's nice, but his brother up there too. His brother makes some really good passes, even though he can't shoot to save his life.
Right.
Dog, Bama LaMelo got game, dog. It's his effortless passing. Like he's always looking for the open player on his team, and his court vision is on 99. Tell me his court vision ain't on 99.
No, for
Oh,
facts,
without question.
Facts.
Dog, his court vision on 99.
I just feel like if he was in any other market, he would be much more appreciated than what he is. He playing down there with those,
Dog, they got some ballers, dog. Terry Rozier. What's the white boy?
Gordon Hayward.
If he was
Hayward.
playing in New York or LA,
It'd be different,
dog, he would be a superstar already.
Superstar.
Right.
Facts.
It's a little bit different in Charlotte. Yeah.
Yeah, facts. He definitely be a superstar. What's up, Jeremy? What's good, bro? Join the live. Yeah, dog, he be a superstar. The Bama is nice. I'm trying to think who's the last dominant passer in the NBA that we've had.
LeBron?
LeBron. Yeah, LeBron is an exceptional passer. Is LaMelo better than them passing right now? He should be.
But it's hard.
He should be. He a guard. A true guard.
Yeah, his handle is better, so yes, the answer is yes. LeBron has to, when you don't handle the rock like that, you can't necessarily make all the passes as somebody who the ball is like a string or like an extension of their body. Because they can throw it from any angle, any direction. They don't have to look and focus. You know what I mean? It's just different. Mm-hmm. And that's at any level. Mm-hmm. Like he handles the rock just like it's like one of his appendages, Paul. It's just like gotta be clear. But yeah.
On his hip. It just attached to the Bama's handles is crazy. Did he benefit by not going to college? Because this Bama is he is nice.
He's one of those talents where it doesn't matter. If he could have went to college, he'd have been here. He could have stayed at home. It doesn't even matter. I think he, with that kind of size, ball handling skills, and even though his percentages aren't the highest, but he can shoot the rock, I think he was one of those players that's going to be there.
Yeah, dog. I look around the league. I look at the guard play. It's a lot of talented guards, but not the style of play like he plays. Because this Bama takes chances and risks that I don't see a lot of young players take. And maybe they don't have the leeway or the green light to be able to take it. But anytime you throwing a underhand pass the whole length of the court, bro, I could do it, but I wouldn't ever feel confident enough to do it
Right.
in game,
It's
dog.
gonna get there where it's supposed to go.
I think the
Dog,
thing that low key like helped him is having his father be who his father is. His father OC, he gonna say whatever he think, cuss about, so he doesn't get too low or too high after like playing well. It's just like I hate Jim Zorn, but the Bama will say like stay medium. So like nothing kind of affects him. Like it'd be a whole turmoil going on around the Bama, but he who he is. He gonna play his style of game and win or lose, he just gonna be himself.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, I agree. Agree. The Bama is nice. He definitely is official. Um on some boxing news. We ain't really got a whole bunch of boxing news. Chad Johnson talking about he about to box. He trying to box in the league with the with Paul. What's the Bama name? Ryan Paul.
They said his
He
opponent
try-
is to be determined. So how you gonna take a boxing match and don't even know who you fighting yet?
Oh, is he? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a cold setup. I guess they gonna find somebody to go in his weight class.
Man,
Are they? When they had Lamar, they got Lamar Odom about to fight some 5'3" guy.
that's a setup.
Aaron Carter, the old pop singer. They got Lamar Odom about to fight Aaron Carter.
That's a setup.
Dog, he might have a chance, dog.
If he gets dropped, that's even worse though. If he gets dropped by somebody that small, it's gonna be same thing with Chad Johnson, because those guys are very like boombastic, you know what I mean? So you see this Bama get dropped.
Meme forever.
Right, exactly.
A mini forever, dog. The thing is, young, I feel like Chad got hands though, dog. He athletic. The Bama play everything. He plays soccer. Bama was a professional football player. Bama play video games. He play everything, dog. I'm
Video
just trying to, like his hands. I feel
So-
like he gotta have hands too.
I think better than the hands is his feet. Like, because I remember Antonio Brown's rookie year, I hit Rick. I was like, young, Pittsburgh got this Bama who feet. It sounded like a size back then. I was like, his feet might be as good as almost like a Chad Johnson. Like, because Chad Johnson was the bar for having like the best feet I ever seen in the league. And then Antonio Brown ended up really being that guy who's route running on 99 and got those kind of feet. So, like, if you got feet like that, I think you can at least avoid the Nate Robinson effect to where you just look out of place and get knocked out.
Head Donkey Kong off the. So yeah, is it risky him going into a fight and not knowing his opponent?
That part is risky because what if they bring like The Rock or Brock Lesnar aside?
Nah, they're not gonna do that, dog.
For the entertainment, they might. You don't know that, dog.
Dog, you got to at least. I'm sure Chad is a smart guy. He probably signed a contract with some stipulations like they got to be my same height. They got to be, you know what I'm saying? They got to be in my weight class. You can't just be setting it up. The Bama fighting Andre the Giant and then expect it to be like. Nah.
You gotta check his bank account first though, because it depends on what that bank account look like to determine if it's
You
stipulations.
think Chad hurting right now?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't know.
I think Chad. Remember the Bama was eating McDonald's and living off $20 and had. Remember when he was on Hard Knocks, Bama was buying a fake jewelry. This is when he was in Cincinnati. He was buying a fake jewelry and was like, "Yeah, when you rich, you don't even gotta like buy the real stuff. I can just buy the fake stuff.
People
Bama think it's real,
right?
So." And that was a minute ago. So I'm pretty sure that the Bama money management skills on 99, dog, because he was always kind of like prudent and frugal with his bread. It seemed like, I don't know what's in his pockets for real, but it just seemed that way.
Yeah, but for me, I don't care how good your money management skills is. What is the new portfolio looking like? What's coming in? You got to have income. Mm-hmm. So like the money that people think NFL players make, they don't really see but maybe 30, 40% of that max. When you cut the agent and the way taxes go when you go over 400,000, and then family, like where he comes from, you know what I mean? It's a lot that goes into that. He been out the league a minute, you know what I mean? And so I'm not saying the Bama dust ball broke, but I'm saying I don't know what he's involved in to constantly have money coming in. Because you can save all you want to save. To me, you can't go from making $15 million a year to making $50,000 a year and be able to sustain that to the time you die. So you never know when the Bama need a check or not.
That is true. That is true. You never know. You never know. Yeah, Jeremy said he a scientific wonder because the Bama eat trash. That's why I said I
That's
kind of
Harold,
identify
man.
with him. I identify with him because I ate trash. I was still cooking, playing sports, doing all that.
No
You know what I'm
stomach, no
saying?
nothing.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Didn't gain a pound. Nothing until my heart almost stopped in my sleep. It all came to a screeching halt, dog. Bama
All
started
over
eating
Little
salads and
Caesars.
greens. All little Caesar tried backed up all of my aside. Dog, I got problems now, dog, from the Little Caesars. I'm
Yeah,
The
still, I'm
acid
still
reflux.
he got
the
the
acid
repercussions.
reflex is still punishing me. Last week of the draft, I was finished because of acid reflex, dog. Scared to eat after 10 o'clock because I think I might die. That ain't no way to live, bro.
That canned
So
tomato sauce, dog. You out there
yeah,
risking your life
yeah.
for canned tomato sauce,
Yeah,
dog.
and then they used to Little Caesars. They would give you the breadsticks with the extra butter on them jumps. And I found out like after I ate that jump for like 5 years straight, I found out it's not even real butter.
Bruh, arteries dying.
It's not real butter, dog. These Bama's was giving me
Eating
some
chemicals.
the hormones, dog. I don't know what. And I was like, young, these Bama's are killing people, and where's the authorities at arresting these Bama's and shut this whole organization down?
They
They
getting a piece
giving
of the check
it's
too.
drugs. It's drugs, dog, to the community.
So tell me this: do you ever think like, you know how you say you was cooking, eating trash? Do you ever think like, young, if I really took care of myself, how great could I have been?
Dog, this is the thing. Now that I look back, if I would have ate right,
Worked out,
bro,
all that kind of stuff.
dog, like ate right and worked out, I think I don't, dog. The possibilities are
Hall of
endless,
Fame.
dog. Cause you gotta realize this is another thing people don't realize with food. Food mess up your brain too. So like it's not just your body and your body being able to function. That's like if you got a car and then I mix the gas with I take a little bit of 93 and then I mix it with like
Olive oil.
82. It ain't even an 82 gas, but if I just mix them joints together and your whole system going just be finished, dog. Engine and all. Food can do that, dog. It mess up your brain. It make you groggy, sleepy, take your energy levels down, all that stuff. So if I would have been at optimal health during that time, D can tell you, young, my eating habits was trash. I used to eat uh roasted cashews,
And
propels,
that
and
was
go to
dinner.
sleep. That was
That was
dinner,
dinner.
dog.
That was dinner every night.
I
Propels
eat a
and two
snack and
bags
go to
of
sleep, dog.
2 bags of honey roasted
Wake
cashew.
up, go to Wendy's. Dog, like this is my real food regimen. I go to sleep off the cashews and propels, wake up, get up like 10. So when I get a little hungry, go to Wendy's, eat at Dave and Buster's. I was dog, yeah,
Chicken
it was
strip
bad,
meals.
dog.
Harold was
Chicken
loving them.
strip dinners,
Yeah, he
come
was.
home with the burger and fries. You know what I'm saying? It was a mess, dog. But God woke me up. He was like, nah. So I'm glad I just got on top of it in time before that jump was gonna be the death of me. Yeah, that's straight facts. So I mean, Chad, I hope he all right, dog. I hope he all right. I don't want to see him get finished in the ring. I don't think that's the thing. I don't think my man gonna go out that joint and get embarrassed.
I hope not, because the media is waiting
Yeah, they
for
waiting.
him. They waiting on
Yeah,
him
they
to
waiting.
mess up, bro. They get knocked out.
Yeah, you already know, dog. You already know they waiting. Means, yeah, facts. Dog, tell them, John. The DMB used to have the food was so good in that joint. The chicken strips, the steak. They used to have this teriyaki steak joint with the sauce on the piece, medium well. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, dog. That joint was immaculate, dog. So yeah, you definitely gotta take care of your health. You definitely gotta take care of your health. But I got reasons to live now, so it just ain't it ain't me. I got a family. I'm trying to. I'm like Big Pun, dog. I'm trying to live, dog. So that them days behind me. I won't even look at the Little Caesars. If that junk come up my GPS, I turn my phone off and turn it back on, and then figure it out because I can't even take no chances, dog. So yeah, I mean, I guess when you get older, you start getting a little more wiser, And you start thinking about things more too. So when I get hungry, and where before I would just, let me go ahead to this carry out, get the fried wing and fried extra mambo. Like now, I'll be like, what can I eat that's gonna be a little bit healthier, you know?
Hold on. This joint got the automatic caption. The joint is saying everything you say is spelling the joint out on the
Oh
live
yeah.
joint.
We with it. We with it. Yeah, follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. This is gonna be the new format. This is where we gonna be at. Definitely rock with us, share the content. We got, this is just the beginning. So we working out some different kinks and learning different things, and we're gonna try to up the content and get it to the level where it's supposed to be. If you want to send in questions of the day, you can send them in to OSS 980 on IG. You can just, send the questions. We'll keep everything anonymous, so you ain't got to worry, about your business being put out in the streets. But we'll answer the questions and give you our opinion. So definitely reach out. We got the Cash App there. Now we need money, dog. You see, our setup, we need the bread. Go ahead, send the bread through. We gladly take it to and I mean, ultimately we just giving it right back, dog. So Bama's think, oh, young Bama's trying to get rid. No, everything that we get, we just flip it to try to give back. We got giveaways and stuff coming down the pipe. We getting the Xbox, the PlayStation, set up to just give away to people, dog, because that's just how we rock, dog. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else trying to take, we trying to give back. So please, if nothing else, share the brand, share the content, um, and we out. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Laws, OSS 980, Other Side of Sports. We need your support. There's many ways you can support us. You can subscribe to the channel, can Cash App us at OSS 980, even cop some gear from the OSS store through the link in the description. You can support us in a way that doesn't cost you anything by sharing the content. Either way, we need you to show your support for our brand to grow. If you rock with us, we'd be honored if you show your support in a tangible way. Thank you.